Hopping further, and here we are on the largest moon of Saturn, Titan. Jumping here will take you just shy of 11 feet high. The atmosphere of this moon is most peculiar. It's heavy and mostly consists of nitrogen, making the surface appear hazy. It's also made almost entirely of ice, but there's rock underneath, and water is only thought to be deep below, near the core. And one amazing thing on Titan's outside are cryovolcanoes, volcanoes that spew ice instead of lava. Next on our path is Uranus, another giant, only this one is made of ice. In fact, it's mostly similar to Jupiter and Saturn, but it has much more ice in its atmosphere and mantle. Jumping here will take you up about 1.7 feet. Uranus is also the lowest minimum temperature of all planets in the system. At minus 377 degrees, it's colder than liquid nitrogen, so you'll freeze right where you stand. Cool. Really? Our route continues with Neptune, the twin brother of Uranus. It's also an ice giant, and although a bit smaller in size, it's much more massive. Because of this mass, the gravity here is also impressive. You'd only be able to jump about 1.3 feet. 1 year on Neptune takes almost 165 Earth years, because it's 30 times further from the Sun than we are. In fact, this is the last proved planet of the solar system. But our hopping trip isn't finished yet. We're arriving to Triton, one of Neptune's moons. Gravity here is not extremely low, so a single jump would take you a comfortable 19 feet up. Triton is the only moon that moves in a retrograde orbit, that is, against the movement of Neptune around its axis. It also has a unique surface feature called cantaloupe terrain for its similarity to a melon. Next is the dark and lonely Pluto, formerly the 9th planet, but now no more than a dwarf planet. Its gravity is somewhat lower than that of Triton's, and you could jump over 25 feet high here. Pluto is too small to be a fully fledged planet. It's smaller than many moons, including ours. Its atmosphere appears and disappears at times. When Pluto is closer to the Sun, the ice on its surface evaporates to become the atmosphere. But as soon as it travels further, the gas layer goes away. So hold your breath. And finally, our final stop. It's Eris. It's a dwarf planet that travels in and out of the Kuiper Belt, a second asteroid belt that's 20 times as wide as the one between Mars and Jupiter. Jumping on Eris's surface would take you up about 18 feet. This object was actually the reason why the term dwarf planet appeared in the first place. Astronomers wanted to call it the 10th planet of the solar system, but then reconsidered. And if they hadn't, who knows? Maybe